Madden NFL 22 on.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So here are the Bucs backed up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week, 21 carries, 86 yards. From the 16, Brissett.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette, and he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. And this is caught by Evans. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. On 3rd down, Brissett. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
Well, when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
Well, he got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the... Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams, and he'll take this one up to about the 23. Drop to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and man.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Brissett, and incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Going deep this time for Miller. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in the conference.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
16 yards. First down, Seahawks.
They go play action here on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Off the draw, here's Williams. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now the man from Kentucky, this is Lynn Bowden. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Devin White able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. They're going to look to throw. Shakes off the sack. Under pressure, they got him again. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
They'll look to set up his blockers. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. They haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They'll set up to throw. They shakes him off. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Vita Vea in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Brissett's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Brissett. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quick.
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Fighting through pressure. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Bucs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Brissett sets to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
taken at about the 1.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 9.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw is Brissett. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Brissett. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Brissett. And a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete. They go play action with Brissett. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he's got his big tight end here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Bucs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. Brissett now. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
On 23-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. He'll check this one down to Bowden, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, here's Williams. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. He finds his target, it's Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set. He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll set up a throw. Fighting to stay upright, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 2nd and 13. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. McCann's kick up and good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is the tight end Fant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Levante David in on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. On the ground, it's Bowden. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. They'll try it again with Bowden. He gets away from one. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one swung out to Williams. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Seahawks.
They'll run it here with Bowden. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He'll dump this one off to Bowden, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards all they can muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. McCann's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Brissett on 1st down. Quick completion here to Johnson. Johnson, it's poked free. Football's held. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing, Brissett. And he finds Gronk. That catch good for only a couple. 8 yards to go on 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Brissett. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. His throw incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Brissett's throw taken in by Miller. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Again, it's Brissett. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. but he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. It's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They begin the drive with Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And now White. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll check on his status when we get back. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 37. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Play action now. Brissett. Going up top for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
On 3rd down, Brissett. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going right back to Fant. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown in the game. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Going deep this time for Miller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Dante Jackson.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. Completion left side to Miller. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Brissett again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brissett. This is caught by Evans. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Play fake, Brissett. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Back to throw here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he fends him off. And that's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Touchdown! Rob Gronkowski, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point is up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. He was brought down by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Buying time to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They'll look to throw here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Williams. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on third down and move it closer. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. And second down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Mark 56.
Now Brissett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they...